from the depths, 30 stories high. Breathing fire, his head in the sky. Godzilla! Godzilla! Godzilla!
Hello and welcome to a review of the new Bandai movie monster series, Godzilla 1984. First, why don't we start off with articulation. Head can move full 360 degrees, and arms both go that far back, that far forward. So, it's basically your simple Bandai vinyl. Legs could probably go 360. I'm just not going to push them that far. And we get nothing at the tail. Next, why don't we dive into detail and paint. Overall, it's a very nice sculpt. Fairly accurate to Godzilla in the movie. And I think it does serve it well. The dorsal plates look fairly nice, and the paint on them is actually really good. And yeah, really not much else to talk about. Well sculpted, well painted, except for the end of the tail here. Really, no paint at all. And for the paint scheme, we get a basic bone color on the teeth, red tongue, and everything else like the eyes, spines, and nails, just a plain white mixed in with a little bit of gray. But yeah, next, why don't we get on to the size comparisons. Here he is next to the NECA Godzilla 1984. The NECA's a little bit taller, but you aren't really gonna need to scale this with anything considering the movie. It's just Godzilla. So, yeah, there's that. Here he is next to the Bandai 50th Anniversary Memorial Box, Godzilla 1992. And it actually does scale up decently because this Godzilla's, like in the movies, he's supposed to be 20 meters taller. So, at least he's a little bit taller here. Works out a little bit. So, yeah. On to the next. And finally, here he is next to the Bandai Toho Kaiju series King Ghidorah 1991. And they don't scale too badly. I just wish, in general, Bandai made this Ghidorah a little bit taller. Like maybe up to here would have been perfect. But for what we got, it's not too bad. So, yeah, that does it for the size comparison. Now, overall, is it worth getting this figure? I would say if you don't have the Anniversary Memorial Box version, yes, since this is the only other release of that sculpt. And I think it does the design justice. And obviously it's going to be cheaper than the Memorial Box one, which will run you at least $100. And it does the job. It gets the job done. So, in turn, I would say yes, get this. And it's a solid figure. So yeah, see ya.